Welcome. Today we're going to discuss the technique raining claw, its execution, some of the things that can go wrong during its execution, things you can do to compensate or fix those issues, and just general things you should know about the technique. So let's start out with the attack. This is an in-flight major, which is a right uppercut coming to your midsection. So the first thing that can go wrong here is your training partner. And I know typically we don't deal with this because we can't control how we get attacked, but in a training environment you can. So a lot of the times, because of fear or you don't trust your partner, you end up coming with an attack that looks linear in a horizontal, but it's from a long range where I can barely reach him, especially if he was a lot taller than me. The proper way to attack would be to keep this elbow anchored and you're in close and you're coming up at that 45, which is why it's called an uppercut, because it's going upward. So enough about the second person perspective. Let's talk about our perspective. This could be done from a ready position or a non-ready position. So the ready position, our hands are up, they're coming in. We're going to take advantage of that upward momentum to go against it using opposing forces to drop this vertical orientation but horizontal forearm strike to the arm. Again, using opposing forces to deliver a strike, not a block. So let's talk about this from a non-ready position. The thing that can go wrong here is you try doing it like the ready position where I bring my hand up to deliver the strike, in which case, if you notice, he's going to get to me way faster than my hand's going to get to him. So a better way to do that, and I'll do it facing you guys, would be to cut across. So instead of doing a circle, I'm doing a line to get my hand above their arm and then deliver the strike. So a problem that can happen here is I don't have enough path of travel to deliver that strike. That's okay. I'm still delivering a smothering block, which is better than getting hit with the uppercut. So keep that in mind. So now let's talk about what's happening with our left hand. Our left hand should come up checking because we still have other weapons that we have to deal with, and we have a general rule that says don't have two hands on the same zone at the same time. So now let's talk about the next thing that can go wrong with this hand. We do the horizontal version of what we just did with the right hand on a vertical version. What I mean by that is you try bringing this all the way around in a circle before delivering the strike. And if you notice, just like we did with the block, it takes way too long and we really haven't done anything to this opponent besides blocking their arm. So a better way to do this would be to think of rotation to give me the reach that I want, and we're using gravitational marriage again to deliver the strike vertically rather than horizontally. So we don't need to pull this all the way back because we're also going to the face. So let's talk about the heel pump itself. The problem that can go with the heel pump or the claw is that you do them as elementary basics and not sophisticated basics. So the difference meaning I can do this as a heel pump, or I can do this as a claw, or I can do the combination of the two where I'm doing the heel pump followed with the claw, which is the sophisticated basic, which is the way you want to think about executing it. I'm going to do it to his chest so I don't accidentally break his nose, but that's what you want to think about. I'm getting the heel pump and the claw all with one move with multiple effects. So then let's talk about what happens here. We're using the rotation for reach, but not to generate torque. Remember, this is gravitational marriage. We're going downward, striking downward. So the thing that can go wrong next is our hand. Our hand claws past their face, and it allows them to have a visual of what we're doing, which might, again, help them block or divert what we're doing. The idea is to cause a weapon obscurity. I want to keep the claw in front of his face so that he can't see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to follow that up with my strike, in this case, a vertical back knuckle thrust. You could also think of this as an uppercut, but remember, uppercuts, you want to have your elbow anchored and you want to be against your body. So this could be a high uppercut where the elbow is not anchored to your body, but we call it a vertical back knuckle thrust because we're hitting with the back of the knuckles going forward and up at that diagonal. But remember, based on his orientation of his face, this could just as easily come underneath and hit with the front of the knuckles. So keep that in mind. So let's switch sides real quick so you can see it one more time from the other perspective. Remember, this could be from a ready or non-ready position. The idea is not to go all the way around the circle. I want to keep my arm across and then drop. Obviously, make sure your opponent's attacking you properly. The idea here is to get the hand up and then drop. Remember, if you have to turn this into a block rather than a strike, that's okay, as long as you are diverting the weapon from striking you. My hand is staying cocked and I'm not pulling it all the way back before delivering the strike. Using the rotation to get the alignment so I can hit downward using a sophisticated basic, both the heel pump and the claw, without losing weapon obscurity by keeping my hand in front of their face. And then again, reversing the rotation to deliver gravitational opposition, delivering that vertical back knuckle thrust, And that could be done with the back of the knuckles or the front of the knuckles, depending on which target you decide to strike. Let's switch one more time to the original position. We're going to do it one more time. For the sake of the video, I'm going to purposely miss the heel of him on the claw. It's just going to be in front of his face so that I don't accidentally hurt my partner. We hope this video helps you. Thank you very much.